2 desktop notifications are on vertical line turn off. Get breaking news alerts from the Washington Post. Turn on desktop notifications. Yes, not now. It looks like you've previously blocked notifications. Please update your browser permissions to allow them. Sections. Sign in username subscribe. Accessibility for screen reader homepage. U.S. and World Vertical Line Regional. Politics. Power Post affix White House courts and law polling monkey cage fact checker post politics blog opinions. The Post's view toes cartoons tell news animations local opinions global opinions letters to the editor fact 4 all opinions are local book party compost Eric Wemble 5 myths in theory the plumb line post everything post partisan rampage right turn to watch VA conspiracy the missing debate sports Redskins and FLMLB NBA NHL all mid sports soccer boxing /MMA college sports college football college basketball DC Sports Bog Early Lead Fancy Stats Golf Tennis Fantasy Sports Local DC Maryland Virginia Public Safety Education Obituaries Transportation Weather National Acts of Faith Health and Science National Security Investigations Morning Mix Post Nation True Crime Obituaries World Africa the Americas Asia and Pacific Europe Middle East National Security World Views Checkpoint Business One blog on leadership personal finance digger energy and environment markets on small business world business capital business tech innovations the switch lifestyle arts and entertainment advice Carolyn Hacks food travel wellness magazine home and garden inspired life fashion kids post on parenting reliable source The Intercept Soloish entertainment books comics comic refs going out guide horoscopes movies museums music puzzles and games theater and dance TV restaurants bars and clubs crosswords video world top news entertainment local popular video politics live sports opinions national business technology style photography Insight Washington Post live events live chats real estate rentiles where we live recently sold homes cars jobs classifieds partners Express Parade WP Brand Studio WashingtonPost.com 1996 to 2016 The Washington Post Terms of Service Privacy Policy Submissions and Discussion Policy RSS Terms of Service 80 Choices Share on Facebook Share on Twitter Share on Google+, Share via email Share on LinkedIn Share on Pinterest Share on Tumblr Resize text Print article Comments 20+. The inside track on Washington politics. Be the first to know about news stories from Power Post. Sign up to follow, and we'll email you free updates as they're published. You'll receive free email news updates each time a new story is published. You're all set. Sign up. * invalid email address. Got it. Got it. Politics. The latest, Trump says he'll write inaugural address himself. The inside track on Washington politics. Be the first to know about news stories from Power Post. Sign up to follow, and we'll email you free updates as they're published. You'll receive free email news updates each time a new story is published. You're all set. Sign up. * invalid email address. Got it. Got it. President-elect Donald Trump shakes hands with businessman Howard Kessler at Mar-a-Lago, Wednesday, December 28, 2016, in Palm Beach, Florida. 7 Associated Press. By Associated Press December 28 at 6:53 p.m. Palm Beach, Florida. The latest on President-elect Donald Trump all times EST. 6:30 p.m. President-elect Donald Trump is telling visitors to his Florida club that he plans to write his inaugural address himself and is drawing inspiration from Presidents Ronald Reagan and John F. Kennedy. That's according to a person who has spoken with Trump at Mar-a-Lago, the South Florida club where he is spending the holidays. Trump has told visitors that Reagan had incredible style. He has also noted the upcoming 100th anniversary of Kennedy's birth. The president-elect is also spending some of his time in Florida focusing on veterans' health issues and has told visitors he plans to make that a priority in his administration. The person who spoke with Trump insisted on anonymity in order to disclose private conversations. _ 6 p.m. President Barack Obama is committing to continuing talks with President-elect Donald Trump, even as Trump accuses him of throwing up roadblocks to a smooth transition of power. Obama called Trump on Wednesday morning from Hawaii, where Obama is on vacation with his family. The White House says the call was positive and focused on continuing a smooth and effective transition. White House spokesman Eric Schultz says Obama's other calls with Trump since the election have also been positive. He says Obama and Trump agreed that their teams will keep working together until Inauguration Day on January 20. Earlier Wednesday, Trump said on Twitter that the transition was not going smoothly and blamed Obama. But he later told reporters that he and Obama had a very nice conversation. ____5:15 p.m. Donald Trump is touting plans by a Japanese mogul to bring 8,000 jobs to the United States. Tech billionaire Masayoshi Son promised to create 50,000 jobs after meeting with the president-elect in December. Son is the founder and chief executive of SoftBank, one of Japan's largest technology outfits. He owns the U.S. mobile carrier Sprint, which Trump said Wednesday would be moving 5,000 jobs back to the United States. Son also controls Onewood, which Trump said would hire 3,000 workers. It was unclear whether the president-elect was referencing Son's earlier commitment to invest $50 billion in the United States and create 50,000 jobs. Trump attributed the addition of 8,000 jobs to what's happening and the spirit and the hope. This item has been corrected to identify the second company as Onewood, not Onewist. 3:45 p.m. Donald Trump now says the White House transition is going smoothly after complaining earlier about some of President Barack Obama's statements and roadblocks. Earlier Wednesday, Trump wrote on Twitter, "Doing my best to disregard the many inflammatory President-O statements and roadblocks. Thought it was going to be a smooth transition, not." In brief remarks to journalists at his Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida Wednesday, Trump was asked about the tweet and how he thought the transition was going. He said, "I think very, very smoothly. It's very good." You don't think so? The president and president-elect have exchanged some criticism in recent days after Obama hypothetically said he would have beaten Trump if they had been opponents in the general election. To that, Trump responded, "No way." 11:20 a.m. An inauguration event that drew scrutiny for appearing to put access to President-elect Donald Trump and two of his children up for bid has officially been scrapped. The opening day event, which had originally been scheduled for January 21 to raise money for conservation charities, will now be held in the spring. That's according to the event's co-chairs. Trump's sons Eric and Donald Jr. had been named as directors of a nonprofit that had initially advertised offering $1 million donors the chance to rub elbows with the new president at a camouflage and cufflinks ball the day after his swearing-in. Also forbid a multi-day hunting or fishing trip with his sons. Trump spokeswoman Hope Hicks later said the family had not been involved. 10:30 a.m. President-elect Donald Trump is resuming his busy schedule of meetings following a brief lull for the holidays. Trump first met with David Rubenstein, head of investment firm Carlyle Group, and also is scheduled to meet Wednesday with a number of medical professionals. They include Mayo Clinic Chief Executive John Noseworthy, the head of Johns Hopkins Medical Center, Paul Rothman, the head of the Cleveland Clinic, Toby Cosgrove, and Partners Healthcare Chief Executive David Torchiana. Trump also is meeting with Marvel Entertainment Chairman Ike Perlmutter at his Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida. 10 o'clock a.m. Donald Trump says America cannot let Israel be treated with such total disdain and disrespect. The president-elect wrote on Twitter on Wednesday that Israel used to have a great friend in the U.S., but not anymore. Trump said the Iran nuclear deal under the Obama administration was the beginning of the end, and then came the vote in the United Nations condemning the building of Israeli settlements in the West Bank and East Jerusalem. He told Israel to stay strong because he will be in office soon. Trump's comments come amid growing tensions between the U.S. and Israel following the unvote. Secretary of State John Kerry is scheduled to address the issue in a speech later on Wednesday. 9:40 a.m. President Barack Obama seems to be getting under his successor's skin. President-elect Donald Trump says on Twitter that he's doing his best to disregard the many inflammatory President-O statements and roadblocks. He says he thought it was going to be a smooth transition, not. Obama told his former White House advisor David Axelrod in a podcast released Monday that he believes he could have won had he run for a third term. Trump said he disagreed. Trump has his transition team have until now been largely complimentary of the way President Obama and his White House team have handled the transition of power from one administration to the next. Copyright 2016 The Associated Press. All rights reserved. This material may not be published, broadcast, rewritten or redistributed. Politics. Dallas shooting updates. News and analysis on the deadliest day for police since 9/11. Post_newsletter 353. Follow Dallas. False. End of article. False. Please provide a valid email address. Sign up. You're all set. See all newsletters. Politics. Orlando shooting updates. News and analysis on the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history. Post_newsletter 348. Follow Orlando. True. End of article. False. Please provide a valid email address. Sign up. You're all set. See all newsletters. 20+. Comments. Share on Facebook. Share. Share on Twitter. Tweet. Share via email. 27. Show comments. Discussion policy. 0 comments. Superfan badge. Superfan badge holders consistently post smart, timely comments about Washington area sports and teams. More about badges. Vertical line. Request a badge. Culture connoisseur badge. Culture connoisseurs consistently offer thought-provoking, timely comments on the arts, lifestyle and entertainment. More about badges. Vertical line. Request a badge. Fact checker badge. Fact checkers contribute questions, information and facts to the fact checker. More about badges. Vertical line. Request a badge. Washingtologist badge. Washingtologists consistently post thought-provoking, timely comments on events, communities, and trends in the Washington area. More about badges. Vertical line. Request a badge. Post writer badge. This commenter is a Washington Post editor, reporter or producer. Post forum badge. Post forum members consistently offer thought-provoking, timely comments on politics, national and international affairs. More about badges. Vertical line. Request a badge. Weather watcher badge. Weather watchers consistently offer thought-provoking, timely comments on climates and forecasts. More about badges. Vertical line. Request a badge. World Watcher badge. World Watchers consistently offer thought-provoking, timely comments on international affairs. More about badges. Vertical line. Request a badge. Post contributor badge. This commenter is a Washington Post contributor. Post contributors aren't staff, but may write articles or columns. In some cases, contributors are sources or experts quoted in a story. More about badges. Vertical line. Request a badge. Post recommended. Washington Post reporters or editors recommend this comment or reader post. You must be logged in to report the comment. Sign in here. You must be logged in to recommend the comment. Sign in here. Comments our editors find particularly useful or relevant are displayed in top comments, as are comments by users with these badges. Replies to those posts appear here, as well as posts by staff writers. All comments are posted in the All Comments tab. More about badges. Get a badge. To pause and restart automatic updates, click Live or Paused. If paused, you'll be notified of the number of additional comments that have come in. Comments our editors find particularly useful or relevant are displayed in top comments, as are comments by users with these badges. Replies to those posts appear here, as well as posts by staff writers. Spam offensive disagree off topic. Among the criteria for featured comments, likes by users, replies by users, previous history of valuable commenting, and selection by moderators. Facebook, Twitter, Reddit. Stumble upon. Delicious. Most read. 1. Fox News wonders whether we should cancel food stamps because 0.09% of spending is fraudulent. 2. Trump accuses Obama of putting up roadblocks to a smooth transition. 3. The latest, White House calls Obama Trump chat positive. 4. Obama beats Trump where it will sting, he's the most admired man in America. 5. Let's all overanalyze this photo of Hillary Clinton, alone, looking forlorn. Inside Trump Revealed. Read stories based on reporting for Trump Revealed, a broad, comprehensive biography of the life of the president-elect. Reporting archive, Trump's financial records, depositions and interview transcripts. Politics. Success. Check your inbox for details. Please enter a valid email address. You might also like. Sign up. No thanks. See all newsletters. WashingtonPost.com. Copyright 1996 to 2016. The Washington Post. Help and contact us. Terms of service, privacy policy, print products, terms of sale, digital products, terms of sale, submissions and discussion policy, RSS, terms of service, 80 choices. Close video player. Now playing.